And we live, baby. And we live. Let me go to my. Y'all, we live. Y'all already know what time it is, so come on in and sit with us. Have a drink with us. Oh, nah, I want to like this. Hey! Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. And before we do start, make sure y'all share this good old Conversations with Glow. Conversations. Let me see. Technical difficulties, y'all. Already. Okay. I can ask the question. Brandon, can you hear me now? Mercedes, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I never lost your audio.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, y'all, since we got some audience going on, once again, I just want to welcome y'all back to Conversations with Glow Live. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on another great episode that we're going to have. We got many topics to talk about. I'm not going to spill the tea, but I'm so ready to talk about this one main topic that I'm pretty much sure that everybody has been talking about. But yeah, I want to talk about her because I've been having her back. But I'm gonna allow for my audience. I mean, not audience. I'm gonna allow for my guests to introduce themselves, and we're gonna go ahead and get the party rolling.
All right, I'll go ahead and knock it out first. So my name is Mercedes. I also have my own podcast. I'm a model actress, and that's pretty much it. There's not much to me. So nice to meet everybody.
There's a lot to you, Mercedes, that you don't want to say, but I feel you. I feel
Humbly. Oh, and I own my own delivery company. So, but that's about it. Little stuff.
Little stuff. And who is this at the bottom? I don't think Brandon!
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't think he can either.
He could hear us fine before he muted.
Yeah. Side him, Mercedes, for me, please, and see
okay,
what's going on, because y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We having some technical difficulties. Because Brandon said he can't hear us. Well, that's my other guest name. His name is Brandon. For those that are listening, he has a particular topic that he definitely wants to talk about. I guess he feels like he is old or whatever, but I'm not claiming that. But we're going to allow for him. But it looks like that some things may have happened. So whenever he do jump back in, that's when we're going to actually speak on that topic that he do want to speak on. Boom, we're going to go in and get into modern dating. Is it worth the effort and energy?
Nope.
What you think, Mercedes?
Nope.
Why you say no?
I'm over it. This generation is so comfortable with being emotionally unavailable, completely detached, ghosting, and coming back as if nothing happened, and outright wasting each other's time. And maybe I'm just old school. I mean, I was born in the 80s, the 90s raised me, and I'm just not with that. I'm more so on consistency. And if at any point you do feel like you don't want me anymore, baby, tell me that, because I promise you I have other options. That's one thing that people don't understand. When you ghost somebody, they'll have a lot more, before you ghost them, they'll have a lot more respect for you if you openly be honest.
Mm-hmm.
and tell them what their dislikes may be. It could be something simple as like, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now with you. Fine, go about your business, because I do have other options. Don't allow me to waste 3 to 6 months on you when I could have been halfway down the aisle with someone else.
Do you think that I always ask this question, so my audience that's probably listening gonna be like, "Oh, you always ask this," but don't you think that people should come in giving you options? Like, look, I got this and this and that going on. Either you're gonna rock with it or you're not gonna rock with it.
Typically, to be honest with you, just from the dating timeline that most people take, getting to know each other, we all introduce ourselves, everything from our age, likes, dislikes, our children, what we do on a daily basis, what we don't like. We do that. And that is really the opportunity for the other person to decide, you know what? I could give it another chance to see if I really like them, but maybe I don't like the fact that, for example, something I deal with a lot. Oh, she has 5 kids. I can't do that. Okay, cool. If you know that that is like a trigger for you, you can exit. Don't waste 6 months knowing that from the beginning was the problem for you. It may
So
have
do
been
you?
a problem for someone else.
So do you think that he should have just came in and said, "Boom, I just want to fuck. I know you got 5 kids, but I don't care about the 5 kids. I just want to fuck," and then we can just leave it like that, and
It would be
then
it would be nice, but that type of transparency doesn't exist in most people today. People are not that honest. Most people will lie to get what they want. And if they come at you like that, most women who are actually looking for something long term are going to walk away, and they know they're going to get more no's than yeses to that type of approach and demeanor. So it would be nice if they would, but most aren't that. You know what? Let me backtrack. This also is a generation where people love to, oh, you ain't real, you fake, this and the third. But most people in this generation fake as fuck. Excuse my language. They really.
nah, you can cuss.
So yeah,
They fake as fuck.
yeah.
They definitely fake as fuck, and they definitely fake as fuck.
There's no other alternative. That's exactly, literally to a T, what they all are, and it's so frustrating because, like, I'm a very genuine person. If you show genuine interest in me, I'm gonna return that interest. I'm gonna spend time with you. I'm gonna text you back. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna do all of those things. But a lot of people today will introduce to you their representative, who seems to want the same thing, only for there to be like an underlying ulterior motive later. So yeah, I would love for a man to be like, you know what, Shawty, I'm looking at that fat ass. I just want to fuck. I can't do it with you and the 5 kids. Okay, cool. I ain't with that. And then they know what the response is.
So okay, let me get to Nisha. Comment. She said, "I would love honesty over BS." Everyone would love honesty over BS, but ain't nobody trying to actually give the honesty. Me personally, I feel like I'm ready to give the. I've been ready to give the honesty. Been ready to give the. I feel like I give the honesty because I just mentioned last week on somebody else's podcast that I have learned to be honest with myself, and being honest with myself allows for me to be honest with other people. So, of course, I'm gonna if I'm talking to you and you're wanting to be in a relationship, I'm gonna tell you up top that's not what I want right now. I don't want a relationship right now. We can, do what grown-ups do, but I don't want a relationship right now. And most people, some will go with the flow, some probably won't go with the flow. But at least I'm telling you, this is what I want. So you won't look in the future and be like, well, Glow, I decided that I want to be with you. And then I'm like, no, I still don't want to be in a relationship. So I just feel like if you be honest with yourself, you're going to be able to be honest with other people. And to get to the comments, Cedric said, before sex is involved, you need to make sure that person really loves kids and want to be with you and your kids. The problem with a lot of relationships, is it starts off with sex, and when the sex is good, you don't want to leave them alone just yet. And I agree. Um, I definitely do agree. Um, but that's, I mean, I agree with what he said, but the thing is that what I just said is if you just wanted to fuck, just say that. Just say that you just want to fuck. If you're wanting to build and you're wanting to look for a relationship or anything like that, say that. And then we'll be like, we can see whether or not, whether or not if we can build together. And if we can't, either you going to allow for me, I'm going to go my own separate ways, or you're going to put up. I ain't going to say put up, Lord Jesus. How can I put this? Or you're, how can I put this without sounding like cocky? Or you're going to put up with it, or you're going to deal with it, whatever. You're still going to be in the picture. So again, you have options. I just feel like that you should give people options. Period.
Just to interject for a moment, very briefly, just in case Brandon wants to say something. Also, there are people out there who do genuinely want to be with you, but there also, a lot of them tend to be caught up on something from the past that they haven't let go of, or that person hasn't let go of them, whether it be a baby mama or ex-girlfriend. It's always like an emotional detachment. And they want to move on, but they can't. And they prematurely bring you into their lives. And when they prematurely bring you into their lives, that causes heartbreak and heartache for you, because you put the time and effort into that person to get to know them, and for whatever reason they disappear. Like, I had one guy literally come back and tell me, I wanted to see if it was still something there, and that's why I disappeared. You could have definitely told me that. It was easy. You don't spend 6 months with me, having sex with me and everything else, to disappear.
He wanted to see if something was still there.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it something still there with him, with you? Like, did you still have feelings?
I was done.
No, I'm saying, like, when you started back dealing with him, for the 6 months that you dealt with him, started back dealing with him, did you have, like, did the feelings come back that you had for him from the previous time y'all messed around, or it was just whatever?
For me, there was nothing left. There was nothing else to talk about. I did feel very strongly for him before he ghosted me. When I tell you, I literally talked to that man that day. Long conversation, like everything was normal. We had a great conversation like we always do. We had even planned a date like 2 weeks from there when he was off from work, and I never heard from him again.
Wow.
Never.
You watch Ghosted on MTV?
Huh?
Do you watch Ghosted on MTV?
Yeah, I watch that show and it pisses me off too bad. So
I know it does, because it sounds just like their stories.
Yeah. And then when they come back, because so I'm not gonna say never. So he came back like 2 months later and was like, oh well, I wanted to see if something was there, and also I got busy with work. I said, you're sitting here listing off reasons that happen to all of us. I clock in every day too. I wake up every morning too. I have exes too. What gives you the right to treat me that way, because you are living the same life that every other adult American is living? What's your point?
Yeah.
And that kind of shit, and there's no answer for that. And the nigga didn't give me an answer because he ain't got one. It sounds stupid. It sounds asinine.
Yep. And KC said, just to get to the comments, KC said it sounds like he tested the waters so he can weigh out on his options.
Yeah, and he did. And come to find out, just to not putting business out there, he happens to be a listener. She was pregnant when he went back, but she didn't know it. So during that like 2-3 month hiatus, when I wasn't talking to him anymore, they were actually rebuilding on their relationship. Come to find out, she was pregnant, but she was way too far along for it to be his. They broke up again. He clearly still cared for the girl. That was the deal breaker, and he came knocking back on my door. Well, baby, let's be real. You were in love with her. A situation happened when y'all weren't together. If you really wrap your mind around it, you probably could accept it because you care about her, and you can't be mad at her for being pregnant by somebody else because y'all weren't together at the time.
Exactly.
So what happens if I say, you know what? I understand, baby. Come on, let's make this work. A year down the road, you run into her again. The baby, one walking, big kid, or big enough kid for you to accept. Where am I? I'm in the fucking ditch again. And I ain't got time for that shit.
Real talk. He gonna leave you again because he's in love with her. He's gonna be thinking about her in the back of he's gonna be thinking about her in the back of his mind. Brandon, do you have anything to say about the modern dating? Is it worth the effort and energy?
Hello?
We
Modern dating
we
is
hear you.
worth the effort. Modern dating is worth the effort. Hold on, these dogs about to go crazy. But I think people jump in too quickly. Like my stance on it is they jump into the beginning stage of get out. The person that they meet, the person that they see, the person that they portray themselves to be, they fall in love with that person or start having feelings for that person without knowing the real person. So when the true person presents itself, then they fight or flight risk. So I feel like you should know that person from hey Red, shut up. Put them in the room. So I feel like before you fully commit, you should see the three sides of that person. But most of the time, people have already gotten their feelings involved, their puppy feelings involved. So it takes them a little bit longer, you know. And like on the ghosting aspect, I can see where Mercedes was coming from. Because I done had a couple of them happen to me in my days, but the reason that you stop communicating with that person is because you feel kind of how can I say it? You be kind of what is it? I can't even think of the word to say right now, y'all. Been working all day. You feel ashamed. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's hard telling somebody that you got a baby on the way or think you got a baby on the way. Especially if it was from dealing with them, you feel me? So I mean,
I'm just interject again and respond to something I said earlier. Unfortunately, I had to step away, so I missed a little bit, but this stuck out of my mind. You said people date and they jump into things soon. What exactly is too soon to you? Because no one has time to waste. And we all old. We're talking about people our age. We're old. There are no more games to play. If you played them, you either won them or lost them already. It's over with. So if I'm dating you for 3 months, 3 months in, you should know whether you want to either waste 3 more months of my time, let me go, or actually be with me. So what's too soon?
Well, from my aspect, I show what I show from the jump is what you're gonna see pretty much like 3-4 years down the road. When I say too soon, I'm speaking on when somebody show you, oh yeah, this happened to me, and they give you the side stories of what happened, you know, in they past relationships and all that, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, good, fine and dandy. But then y'all have a disagreement one day, and y'all never, you know, been into any kind of altercation or any kind of argument, and a whole other person presents itself from the person that you're used to. So now, you know, whether it be that person flips out physically, messes up your stuff, do this or do that. And now you're like, well, wait a minute, is this a person I want to have my kids around? You feel me? I want to be with the rest of my life. Now, all them questions start to come into play.
Okay.
So you're saying that we should make the person mad first so we can see before we get into a relationship with them? Like we should make them mad first before we get into it, you know, become a bond?
I'm an asshole. I'm gonna bring it out of you quick. I want to see what make you mad. I'm gonna make you mad quick because I want to see it.
Okay.
You got to see them. You got to see they mad, they happy, they sad. You got to see all forms of it. Because what if y'all haven't stayed together, you know, but y'all are together now, y'all decide to stay together, but y'all have never been into any kind of, you don't know if this person clean, dirty, you feel me? You don't know them because all you see is what you see when y'all are out or when you come over for that time being. So when you coming over for that time being, that person can throw everything they got in the closet. And the closet is a mess, you feel me? But once y'all start staying together, you're like, oh yeah, this is a nasty mother, you feel me? Like you don't know. So you start seeing certain things down the road versus that person telling you up front what it is. Like me, I move people every day for a living. So I see houses, I see how people living. So I'll be like, God, leave this ain't, you feel me? So it's just certain
I mean,
things
you
that
got
you
a lot
don't
of
see at
people
the
agreeing
beginning
with you
that you
though.
see.
You got a lot of people agreeing with you. Nisha said, she's sick of wasting time. You should see them in all seasons. And, at least you're telling the truth. I mean, I agree. I agree due to the experiences that I've been through. I can agree with what you're saying. But I don't know if I just want to I don't know.
Well,
It depends.
just you said something about like, oh, you're an asshole and you're willing to piss somebody off to bring certain emotions out of them. I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't ghost people. But that's one reason I will ghost a motherfucker. Don't play with me. Don't provoke me. Don't do that. So you might want to change that up because some people don't take that shit so lightly.
I don't ghost people for the simple fact because I know how it feels to be ghosted.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong, but I mean, if somebody sit there and continue to provoke me to see how mad they can piss me off to so-called see me in all seasons, I'm gonna tell you what Sadie is. Sadie is nonchalant, and I'm not gonna respond to you, but I will disappear on your ass if you do some dumb shit like that. Don't play with emotions. Don't play with me. Don't try to poke at me.
You got to see me. You got to see me out somewhere. So when you see me, you ain't gonna be able to just be out nonchalant. I'm gonna message you. I'm smiling. What's wrong? Why you quit me?
And there's nothing to be said. And I remember when I was in a relationship before. Now this was with my ex-husband. He said when we get into situations and altercations, you don't say shit, and you assume that that's like the good guy way out, but it's really not, because some things need to be addressed. That you're right. Some things do need to be addressed, but you provoking me ain't one of them. I'm not gonna say shit to your ass. I'll walk past you like I don't know you. You could be my husband living in my house, and I'm walking past you. I fucking know you. Don't play with my feelings. Don't play with my emotions, because you're 9 times out of 10 bound to get left. I'll tell you, I don't want you no more. Don't play with me. I'm gonna show you my true emotions on my own. I don't need you to poke at me like I'm a rattlesnake. I'm a human.
Right. And Nisha said, yeah, that sounds like a game. I'm 45. I'm saying, see them happy, sad, mad, rich, or broke. Right.
That shit siblings do to each other. You do that shit to me, you ain't got to worry about me no more.
People.
A lot of people show their emotion. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't show you who they really are. They're hiding for stuff. I'm talking about if you show the real you, I commend you. But it's a lot of women out there that play a whole role on you, and you don't know who they are until that time presents itself.
I don't got time.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because in that genuine moment, that's their real personality for that moment, or their real reaction for that moment. You can't provoke somebody and bring it out of them, because you might bring out a demon that's worse than the one that would be just regular mad at your ass. If you do some shit to piss me off, and I
exercise it too.
The natural response that you piss me off,
gonna be on snap.
That's normal. But if you do some shit to poke at me like I'm not human, like I don't have human emotions, because you want to see how I'm gonna react, your mama may not. She might have to goddamn go buy some flowers in a black dress.
Right.
Don't do
that. Exactly. And Sean Miller said that's why at the beginning be real and truthful. Don't be something you're not. Exactly. And Cedric said them crazy ass alter egos. I mean, I guess it is what it is. People take things differently, and everybody don't accept the same things from everybody. That's like you having kids. You may accept this child doing this, and this other child can't do this. You get what I'm saying? But I understand where you're coming from, Mercedes, in regards, like, don't get me to the point of being super duper mad. Then I don't think that I would want to talk to you, because you done got me that mad. You done got me that mad.
Wait on my natural reaction to a real situation. Like, if I ask you to do something and you don't do it, don't not do it to see how I'm gonna react. If you actually genuinely forget, my genuine reaction may not be as bad. But if you can continuously not doing it because you just want to see how pissed off you can make me, you will be single very soon, and I'm not gonna do much talking on the exit. You don't.
Right. They're gonna be like, well, I ain't do it because I just wanted to see how you're gonna react. What?
Yeah. So you telling me we got 18 bags of trash in this bitch because you see how mad I was gonna get. Okay, cool. I found.
Oh no, I'm gonna definitely be pissed.
I found.
Don't leave 18 bags of trash
Oh
in my
nah,
house.
the man supposed to be the man now. The man supposed to be the man. He supposed to handle all that now.
Don't do that. Not in my house, because I will show my
Yeah,
motherfucking ass.
the man supposed to be the man. Now he ain't supposed to let the trash pile up. He supposed to handle the, the gas, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but
Make sure the
little shit to see what provokes a woman. Like, I will say, as a woman, sometimes because we're overly emotional, I do get mad at dumb shit. That's why my reaction to shit is very minimal, because some shit you need to think about twice before you really overreact to it. And that's just me being a woman, being truthfully honest. We are emotional creatures, and yes, sometimes we over fucking react. And any woman that opposes to that is fucking ridiculous, because it may not happen all the time, but we actually put more of our heart into shit than other creatures. So
Exactly.
with that being said, it could let's just do a different example. Fuck the trash. Let's say if your black ass have the audacity to come in the house without something to eat for me too, knowing I've been working all day, I work from home, I ain't been nowhere, and you ain't bring me shit. I don't give a fuck if you guessed and double ordered what you wanted. Just the effort to feed me, I'm gonna eat the shit anyway. I'm fat, I'm gonna eat it. But if you walk in the house with nothing, okay, well, tomorrow I'm gonna cook dinner for me and nobody else. That's just normal reaction to shit like that. But
Yeah, I act the same way. So I definitely agree where you're coming from. I definitely agree where you're coming from.
I'm not gonna
Seriously.
say much. I'm just gonna, oh, well, that meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and all that shit look good. Okay, cool. It looks salad looking good. Yeah, where mine at? Ain't none. I think
Ain't none.
one
Ain't fucking none.
No.
It ain't none.
Then
Period.
I'm gonna use a little 6-cup cake can, and that's how I'm gonna make my meatloaf. So they be tiny as fuck. And I'm gonna put the other 4 away so you can't find them, and I'm gonna put 2 on my plate. You're not gonna eat today. You're just not. Now, if you want to go buy some, cool. You keep playing with me, I'm gonna go get me a chef to replace your ass.
Oh shit!
And in the kitchen with an apron on. Don't play with me.
Oh well, you guys don't play with Mercedes.
Don't. I silently move your ass out.
Yes. So Brandon,
she's serious, right?
Brandon,
got a little.
Pick your phone up, bro. Pick your phone up, bro. Pick your phone up, bro. I don't know. He must think he's like Chef Boyardee over there or something. I don't know what he got going on.
He over there. But are we talking about?
Yeah, because every time we get on his question, there's always something going on with his phone. I don't understand, because he wants to talk about this, and I'm trying to get to the question for him. Let me see. Yeah, it's still going on. Anyway, let's go on to the next question. Right. Oh, he done picked up. You good?
I don't think it's his phone.
I don't think. Yep. See, that's what I be talking about. But anyway, y'all, so listen. I wanted to talk about this because I kind of sort of understand where she's coming from, because I used to kind of sort of like feel the same way. So Kiki made an Instagram post. She said, I don't believe in girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm single until I'm married. And I'm asking you all for your thoughts. And do you think you can trust the marriage if you're not committed to each other now? I'm on a fence with that when it comes to that, because I kind of sort of feel exactly where she's coming from, because I don't think that I would want to be. I mean, are you really in a committed relationship? Like, are you really working on whether it? Let me think. You are building trust within each other when you are in a relationship when you're getting to know each other. And I guess it's friendship, so it's still a relationship when it's a friendship. So you're building trust with each other. But the single till you marry, when I heard a preacher preach on this, that gave me confirmation, like, yeah, it kind of sort of made sense. Until you actually just put a ring on it. If you really want it to be yours, you'll put a ring on it really early instead of stalling around and saying girlfriend, boyfriend for like 10 years. You know?
The problem that I find, it goes back to the initial question or the initial statement Brandon made earlier about jumping into relationships too soon. And I guess I kind of didn't get to understand what too soon was, because I'm just going to throw an example out there. My grandparents knew each other for 3 months before they got married, had their first child. They were married for almost 70 years. It doesn't take a lot to know somebody. You don't have to see them on the toilet, mad, sad, happy, drunk, whatever, just to decide if you want to be with that person. That shit doesn't make sense to me. If it takes all of that to know if you want to be with somebody, then yeah, you need to remain single. Now, with that being said, going back into the question of like, could you trust, I guess, going to the marriage without a commitment? That's the thing. People want to say, oh, I'm single until married. Yes, you're right. You are single until married, because the only official legal relationship status is marriage or divorce. Period.
Right? Because it's on papers for the government
Right.
to see.
There's no in between. But what about blatant respect and all of those other things that fall in between in the basis of a relationship? If you're telling me, and men love to say this, I'm single, we ain't together anyway. Okay, cool. That's fine. That means there was no commitment there. How can you go from I'm single, I do me, there's no commitment, to marriage anyway? Where's the in between? That's the problem with this generation. They want to from initial introduction to marriage with nothing in between. That's why people don't know each other, and that's why the divorce rate is ridiculous. Now, I will say, over the past couple years, based on some research I did from a previous podcast that I did on my show, divorce rate actually went down 2%. Great, nice. It's not a big number, but that's, I guess, nationwide. That's at least I'm gonna say at least 100,000 people or so. I don't know, but that's still pretty good. And for relationships to survive that much longer is great. So hopefully the decline will come more so. But if we can't even get past the initial dating stage, it's cool. The divorce rate is going down. Those are the people that are already established. Is marriage rate going to go up?
Or yeah, it's going to go up because they want to put it on Facebook. So yeah, it's going to go up.
That's another thing too. That happy shit. I don't understand that. I actually have a homeboy who's in a relationship, has been in a relationship for a long time. He is married. Him and the wife post pictures of him and the kids. The sad part is, me and our other two homeboys know he's miserable. He's not happy. He doesn't want to be there. He needs a vacation and can't take one. He can never get away from her. He can never get away from the kids. So
this pandemic, man.
How many, honey? They've been like this for the past.
I was trying to blame it on the pandemic.
Nah, this is a homie. We know he been miserable. He been married for like 10 years, and he been miserable for 6. That's sad.
Wow.
So, with that being said, though, I will say, as a friend from the outside looking in, some of those reasons for being upset or sad or disgruntled or whatever, it's him. He been complaining about dumb shit. Like, oh, I want to get away from the kids. Well, yo, she can't get away from the kids like that. What's your point? Sit your ass home and be a daddy. You feel me? Like, you don't get to really get upset about something that even she can't get, because she gave birth to those kids. Daddy doesn't get to go away to Vegas with his homeboys because he's tired that day. Mama's homegirls went to Cancun without her a couple weeks ago. What do? Exactly. You don't get to do that. So that him being upset about that, I ignore him every time he bring it up. But there are other things where I've heard her say things like she feels as if her marriage is solid. And I know he has one foot out the door. That's sad. And he doesn't have one foot out the door necessarily for a woman. He just don't want to be there no more. And this is where let's go back to the beginning of this, I guess, part of this. the whole boyfriend girlfriend stage. At what point did you guys know as you were working toward? Did you know when you were working towards commitment? Did you guys discuss what you wanted from each other? Because sometimes a family will come up when one of the two partners may not even want kids or no more than one. Oop, you guys got 4 now. Now you feel smothered. Now you can't go anywhere. Did you guys talk about this? Probably.
No.
They just let it happen.
No.
And, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was saying no. They ain't.
Yeah.
They. Mm-mm.
And a lot of times men are less likely to let it be known how they're feeling in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it more tough to deal with. For the simple fact that he's keeping quiet while on the other end, she thinks they're happy. They're not happy. She's happy. And, you know, of course, that ridiculous term, happy wife, happy life, happy spouse, happy house is a thing. He has to be happy too, but he can't be unhappy about ridiculous shit. It has to be across the board. She can't escape the kids, neither can you. She can't take a vacation right now, neither can you. Money is tight, so is yours. You know, you can't get mad about stuff like that. But what you can do is make the best of the situation that you're in to make the marriage better. Take her on a local date night.
So I have a question on the tip of my tongue, but let me actually. I'm gonna ask you, but I want you to hold your answer. Okay. I want to get to the comments, and then, you know, I want you to answer it.
Gotcha.
What would give them a reason to have one foot out the door? Since you said that money shouldn't be the reason, the kids shouldn't be a reason, them not taking a vacation shouldn't be a reason why he's feeling the way that he's feeling. What would be a reason for him to have one foot out the door? Give me just a second and let me go to the comments. Cedric said, if the goal of you to our marriage, then yes, it's a committed relationship. If marriage ain't the goal, then it's just what it is. If the goal is for you to marry, then marry. To be in a committed relationship, then be in one, basically. Nisha said it is if you both agree to be committed to one another. And hell no, 10 years you better off. Hell no, 10 years you know off the bet. The bet. Yeah, 2 years you already know he might not marry you, and if he do marry you, he just gonna feel like that, you know, you was just there, so he's just gonna marry you. If the goal for you is marriage, then yes. But if marriage is not the goal, then what the fuck we here for?
Right.
Okay. And he also said, see, he has to step in and take up the mother's duty so he can get away, and she should be able to do the same for him. That's a major fuck up in relationships nowadays. They don't get away from each other and have fun with their friends.
Yep. You still have to have a social life.
So okay. So with him having one foot out the door, could that be a reason? Could he say, because I don't have a social life?
That could very well be. I remember he said something to the guys when we were hanging out, and it's like I'm the only female in their group, and these are literally platonic friends. I try to give the best female viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
They come. That. He told us one day when we were sitting down, like having beers at the other friend's house, he was like, "We haven't done this in so long," and the other friend said, "We." we.
Clowning them. Oh, poor friend. Poor friend.
He said it's not that we count you out. He said we put it in the group chat, but if you can't make it, it's more so on the ends of, hey, we still want to go on about our day. Like, we're glad that you're here. We love you, but you know, it ain't no we, but it's just you. It's just you. So, in other words, this married man who wants a little bit more time to himself can't just sit down and have a beer with his buddies. And I don't think he understands that sometimes that's part of having a family. Sometimes you got to have a beer with the wife, bro.
Did he grow up with the family? Like, did he have both parents in the household when he grew up?
He did. Yeah, both his
Well, he
parents.
should
Now,
know.
I think his parents ended up divorcing when he was a teenager, but his entire mostly adolescent life, he had his parents, both parents, the whole time. So I don't think that affected him that much because I think.
Oh,
Well, one thing I can tell him, he better start paying a babysitter or something. He better get his time back. I mean, complaining about it ain't gonna do nothing. He better start making decisions on how he gonna get time to himself. I mean, because at the end of the day, both of them have to have their own time. Like they got to have separate time. They can't be together 24/7. It'll never work.
yep, never.
And that's why he feels like he's miserable. It has to be some people can't like a female tried to tell me one time, you don't need no friends. I'm your friend and all that. Yeah,
no.
That's bullshit.
Mm-mm.
Like we got to have our own. We got to have that separate space. Period.
Mm-mm. I would never tell a man that. I would never. I'm his friend. Don't get me wrong. I'm his friend, but I'm not going to tell him I'm your only friend, because I'm not your only friend. Because I'm not. Because I want you to get out. I push you out. Like, go out. Go be like, get out the house. Get out the house. Like, go. Like, because I'm going to go. Period. I'm going to go. I'm going to go have me a drink. Period. I'm definitely going to go have me a drink. So, you're going to go have a drink, or you're not going to go have a drink. But I know I'm going to go have a drink. And then my kid's old enough anyway, so I can definitely do that. You feel me?
And I mean, they both can give each other freedom. I mean, he can tell, bring me the kids. I'm quick to say, let me get my kids. Go ahead, do what you're gonna do. Have fun. But when it comes to my time, I need my time too.
Cause you're a good man, Brandon.
Huh? I'm all right.
I know. But listen, being that we have you and we've been trying to, get you to get on this question of yours, because you want to feel like somebody's granddaddy already. Okay, so is today's music really that bad, or is this generation just getting old? What is your favorite genre of music and why? And who is your favorite rapper of today's generation?
My favorite genre of music, I like different music. My favorite is hip hop, but I like a little jazz. I like gospel, R&B, all that. And I think my favorite rapper right now, well, this generation, because Yo Gotti, people like that. But I like Moneybagg. I like Lil Baby, Da Baby. They going pretty hard. My thing is these.
You like Da Baby or Lil Baby?
Both of them. Well, Lil Baby, he going a little hard right now. He going real special right now.
That's what I was going to say. Like, put them two together.
Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lil Baby. My thing is like these new like Lil Yachty and them. I don't understand nothing they saying, but my partner's son, he's 15. So to them, Lil Yachty and them other little dudes, that's swag to them. They say that's swag. But to me, it looks gay.
You talking about the skinny jeans and shit?
All of it, from the rapping to the paint on their nails to all that's gay.
Yeah.
Like they told me it's a challenge on TikTok where you put a fruit roll up on a pickle. I told them that's some freaky stuff we used to do back in the day when the female put it on. They tell me, nah, you don't understand. You just, nah, bro. You put a fruit roll up on a pickle. That's like you putting it on some meat, bro.
Are you serious?
Now that's a TikTok challenge now, telling kids to do that. He like, nah, you don't understand. That's you just don't understand. I'm like, bro, that's gay, bro. You put a fruit roll up on a pickle and eat it, bro. I'm telling you, like, really, I think, like, I was like, are we getting old? Because our parents used to tell us we listen to that boogity rap stuff. But it's like,
my mama didn't tell me that, because my mama was a music head, and the only thing my mama would say is, I better not catch you cussing.
But it's like, really, like, it's like they're trying to feminize the male, like making their pants tight. Like making a male's pants tight really is making them like unable to have kids. Like you got to have breathing room. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, painting their nails and like wearing purses. Like I don't care how much money you got, you can fit your money in your pockets, man. Them purses, that's I don't know, man. I guess
Well,
I
got a little cousin, right? I got a little cousin, right? And it was his birthday, right? And
Yo.
and
Hey, Kool-Aid,
and we
Guys.
went to his birthday dinner, and he had on some skinny jeans, but he was sagging in them. And I said, "What's the purpose?" I said, "What's the purpose?"
He
I
can't
said,
get
"They
him up over
already
his
fucking
head.
tight."
He
I
can't get
said,
him
"Man,
up over
if
his
you don't
head.
pull the," I said, "if you don't pull those goddamn pants up."
He
They
can't.
already goddamn tight. The fuck you got these goddamn pants down like this for? They already tight around your goddamn ankles and shit. You have the nerve to sag in some motherfucking skinny jeans, bruh. You got life fucked up.
Man, that boy laid on the bed to put them pants on, man. He laid on the bed and scooted in them, man.
He did the little hop move as women do.
Word. And they talking about that swag. That's swag. You don't understand. You ain't, bro. Like I know I'm 35. You know, about to be 35, but bro, that just I don't know. But they trying to
So
make.
Tony Miller said sounding old. So I guess we getting old because we.
Especially this mumble rap. Speak your words. I don't understand the words you damn saying.
The fuck? And my daughter be blasting it. Now, don't get me wrong though. Like some of the music that I let her DJ in the car, I be rocking with it. And you know, my little hitter, my best friend, she's what she a gangster. So I hear the new music, and what gets to me is like the beats and stuff. And then I take time to actually listen to the lyrics. But sometimes I probably still can't understand the lyrics of what they're saying. I can at least say when we grew up and we were listening to rap, we understood Tupac. I understood Bone Thugs and Harmony. Even though they was rapping fast, I used to like rapping fast. Like I used to love rapping the Twister. That used to be a challenge for me. I'm telling you.
Celebrity was my joint by Twister. I used to love rapping that shit.
Yes. Now it's just like the fuck.
I will say,
all you hear is pop perk.
I will say I feel like music has moved a little bit away from the original mumble rap, like when Migos first came out. What, like, how long they been out now? It's been about 6-7 years or so.
Yeah.
So it's the clarity and verbiage is coming back. The problem is they're clearly speaking trash ass lyrics over dope ass beats now.
That's the point.
It's not even mumble anymore.
Catchy. It's catchy.
Now,
catchy as hell.
Now, to me, keep in mind, I've worked at a plethora of nightclubs, so I hear a lot of music, and it's a little bit different for me. But when I'm in my own house or my car, all I listen to is 90s R&B. I swear that's it. I listen to nothing else. And if I do listen to something else, it might be some new school R&B like SZA, and
AGR.
Yeah, her, and what's the other chick name? Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
You don't know who that is? Okay.
I know who Doja Cat is.
Yeah, she made that song called "Like You."
I like that boy. I like that boy, Young Blue.
Oh, Blue.
Yeah, I like Young Blue.
Yeah.
I love.
He be having some fire ass beats. I like Young Blue.
Young Blue been out for a little while though. I don't know why people just now paying him some attention. He did that song called "On Cam" with Moneybagg Yo like 4 years ago.
Oh,
And
so he been out.
yeah, that's why I was confused. That On Cam, that's Young Blue and Moneybagg. I don't understand why people just now paying him some attention. I feel like he blew up even more because of TikTok, but his music is immaculate.
No, I actually been on. I mean, I ain't gonna say I've been on him, but I've been rocking with him for some years now.
Yeah, like me, that's what I'm saying. I've been rocking with him, and it was like all of a sudden everybody want to talk about him. Like, y'all, where y'all been? Because he's been here. Now, of course, this is me. I'm 35. I don't really keep up with the new school like that, technically. But working in a nightclub, I do hear a lot of music that I wouldn't otherwise hear in my car or at my house. And then my daughter, she's 15. She's a big girl. I let her DJ when we go on long trips. So she definitely put on music that I wouldn't otherwise hear her or my 12-year-old son. So I will say I feel like music is slowly but surely moving back in a less unpleasing to the ears, like genre is to come. Like it's more pleasing now. The mumble rap again, it's a lot of them still out here mumbling, trust me. But at the same time, I feel like music is just more. I don't know. I can fuck with it at 35.
I can too.
Depends. It just depends on what I'm listening to. But there is always this big gap in any playlist that I make that's all 90s R&B. I could be listening to Moneybagg Yo right now, then some new Gucci come on, and when I hear that new Gucci, I fucks with them. Here come the old Gucci. We talking about 2008, 2009, 2010. That Gucci pop out on my playlist. I'm gonna go back to 90s R&B. I'm gonna come back to some new school R&B, and then I'm probably gonna cap it off back in the 90s or even the late 80s. Like it's something about that era of nostalgia that's just, for me, is something to hold on to.
Or even the 70s. You can't knock the 70s music.
I will say some of the 70s music was okay, but I always feel like 70s music was my mom and my grandma's.
Like that's that look.
I'm a Liquor House baby.
See, I ain't
my little boy, 18 months. He know Liquor House music.
See, don't even.
Let's go to the hole in the wall.
Oh well, I guess the answer to prove to this question is, Brandon, bro, we getting old, bro. We getting old. Here go another one. Do you think it's possible for a man to remain in the friend zone with a female without developing any deep feelings for the female?
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Even if he did, he would never show it. And if he show it, he ain't. It's a code, man. We don't show feelings, man.
See, that's the problem.
What's the problem?
You're the problem.
You see what I'm talking about? Brandon, I don't even smoke, and he gonna make me hit the blunt.
I'm just saying, man. If the parameters of what y'all set up was what it was supposed to be, why are we gonna go outside those parameters and make it feel like I'm on your timing? That's how it is. I'm on your timing.
That's cool, but that don't mean you ain't human and can't catch feelings, and it can go from excuse me, messing around to a relationship.
Yeah, but see, like I say, how I'm gonna make you mad? I'm gonna bring them feelings out of you too, because I want to see them feelings too. So I'm adding your feelings. I'm adding your feelings. I want to see I want to see your sixth senses, all that. I want to see all that. I just want to see it. But I'm good too. I cook all that good stuff. I do all the good stuff too. But hey, get yours in the room.
Oh,
not the dog. You get whooping too.
But I mean, I show feelings in other ways. You feel me? Like I don't just come out. I'm not the person to just come out and be like booby baby, all that soft shit. No, I don't do that. I'm the type, you come home, I got your meal cooked. I take your trash out, put oil in your car, fill your tank up, stuff like that. I do cut your grass,
You're in the friend zone. Why the fuck is you doing all this in the goddamn friend zone?
Why is you giving up that sloppy toppy and you talking about y'all ain't in the
I'm not doing none of this shit.
No, I'm just saying.
You in the whole fucking friend zone, nigga.
No, but listen, the question you said earlier, you were saying how
No, you in the whole fucking friend zone. You are in a friend zone.
That's just being a gentleman.
I don't know. It depends on why I put him in the friend zone. Might suck some dick, throw some ass.
See what?
It's a lot of ass to throw now.
Say that again, Mercedes. I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear you. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up.
I said it depends on why I got him in the friend zone. I might suck some dick, throw some ass. So
because I specifically heard Gloria say earlier, we can do the thing and still be, and we're not in a relationship. Yep. So that seems like a friend zone move to me.
I mean,
so you throwing that nookie on that man, and now he hooked, and now you're gonna tell him, oh, we ain't together. But you get mad at a dude for doing the same thing. Seems like a double standard.
I got a story time, and this might explain my answer.
Wait, pause on story time right quick. Let's get to the comments because They like going ham. So they talking about the music. Tony Miller said just embrace it. Sometimes it has some real shit to it. And it does. Cause Lil Baby, he spit some real shit. Cedric said that shit bring babies. I guess he talking about the 70s. Jay Nooney said, why I say that, Brandon, they gonna kill us. They gonna kill you. Why you say that, Brendan? They gonna kill you. My bad. I can't even read. Tony Miller said they full of shit because they hide their feelings, mostly because they are whores. Cedric said that's true.
Wow.
Cedric said that's true because, like you said, you might see some shit. You might see some shit down the road you don't like. Bark, Tony Miller said. Genuinely said, y'all do shit, y'all girlfriends. Y'all do shit with y'all girlfriends while we can't.
What was that? What? Say that again.
Y'all do shit with y'all girlfriends while we can't.
Oh, I'm assuming he was talking about when we was talking about like social life outside of a relationship.
Oh, okay. He went back. Okay. All right.
So let's go back. He had to be talking about the Baby making music. Was the 80s R&B.
No, Jay, tell us what you meant, bro.
Baby making music can be Kirk Franklin to me.
Hey,
I just make baby.
Let's get to the story time.
Okay.
No, sir. Okay, this is the first time. Like I said before, it depends on why I had him in the friend zone. So I was talking to this dude, and I really, really liked him. Like I had known him for some years, but he had a baby on the way when we caught back up to each other. So I threw him in the friend zone. Did I fuck him? Yes, I did. It was what it was. But when it was time to walk away, I began to do just that. And he was not pleased. I guess he assumed I was going to stick around through the baby and everything. But I made it clear that all I wanted to really do was fuck. And when I was honest about it, I guess he assumed because I was still sticking around through the little 9 months and all that, I was going to accept it. No, baby. It was fun. I'm going to take a step back. You raise that baby and I'll see you on the flip side.
Wait a minute, but why did you wait?
Hold on, wait. I think I missed the story. You said
what was he with the baby mama or something?
They weren't together at all.
Well, why you step back when he had the baby?
And guess who he with today though?
Who?
The baby mama. I'm not.
That's because you stepped away. You took the nookie out the situation.
That's what he needed to be.
Oh, so you wanted him to be there?
Yeah, I was just there to fucking real good. He said I was playing with his emotions. I wasn't playing with his emotions because not one time during that situation did I ever say I would go ahead and be with him. He kept bringing it up, and I said, "You need to worry about raising your child." That was
he must ain't knocked the Sonic coins out of you because I mean you.
Oh no, the sex was amazing.
You stepped away too nonchalantly. You just let him go like that.
What did I say at the beginning of the stream? I'm a nonchalant person. I'm not gonna show you my emotions. I do, as a friend, miss him as a friend, but you can knock the Sonic coins up my ass and I won't call you tomorrow. I don't have an emotional attachment to sex like that. I'm emotionally attached to people.
I know. So he didn't give you that, like, well, I can't. I tell people from jump, I tell them like my personality is addictive. I tell them like period point blank. And they be like, because most people be like, I don't know what it is about you. I be like, I don't know. They've been telling me since I've been a child. You feel me? Like, just me. Like, I'm an asshole. Like, I'm an asshole as a person, but my personality, I don't know.
So, Cedric said, if I get thrown in the friend zone, I love it because I don't expect a lot from you and don't from me. Tony Miller said, I stay in whatever lane I need to be comfortable in. I know that shit, right?
Side piece.
Don't swerve.
Boom.
I don't know. I think it's kind of
might crash. Or you might crash. But that was pretty much it. And he ended up back with her. See, the thing was the baby mama was still in love with him. When you in those situations with somebody, no matter how much you feel like you can actually completely take their heart, I'm a very considerate person. I peeped all that. She was still in love with him. He didn't want her. He wanted me. Cool. That's cute. But that's not what we discussed before, sir. Don't try to change the narrative of the situation now. because you're in your feelings and we fucking each other good. That's ridiculous. That girl love you. Be with her. I don't want to be with her. You sound stupid. There's no reason. The only reason he didn't want to be with her, honestly, was because of parents. And I thought that was stupid. She wasn't the prettiest girl. And he said he was embarrassed that he even messed with her. That actually turned me off as a woman. I dialed back on how I fuck with him. I said,
but he would have now?
Yeah.
Was she really not pretty?
Not at all.
Why you say you
Huh?
He would mercy.
Well, I guess, I mean, you can, I mean, like I said, do you think it's possible for a man to remain in the friend zone without a female, remain in the friend zone with a female without developing any deep feelings for the female? So it sounds like that you all will get feelings for the female if you're smashing her. So if you're not smashing her, that means that your feelings is not going to be deep into it. Sometimes I tend to think otherwise, being from things that I have saw and the stories that I have heard. People do tend to fall in love like with your personality and things as such, and that's how feelings do grow. So these men need to quit fronting and faking it as if you all don't develop any feelings without even having sex with the female, because y'all develop feelings without even fucking first. Y'all jump the sea without even fucking, because it be the female personality. Y'all get addicted to the personality, period. And that's what I say.
I mean, men, they're just less likely to show, that they care about someone, whether they didn't had the pussy or not. They don't like to show their emotions and feelings. I'm assuming it makes them feel weak, or they may appear weak to other people. I don't know. But that's one barrier that I really wish some men would break. Like, let us know how you feel. Because if you don't, there is another man that will.
Yeah, and then once he show you how he feel, then he gonna back off. Have you ever met a sensitive man? I don't know. I just look at certain things. Some sensitive people, I think sensitive men turn around to be killers. They'll kill you. If you mess over them, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, like that borderline.
Yeah, like, and that's why I guess that's why I don't delve into feelings, because I don't know where to take me. I've never used them, so I don't know how to react. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, and you don't know how deeply care for somebody can go with those type of emotions.
Like I had a lot of like, my walls came from death. I had a lot of death when I was younger. I lost my father at a young age, so I built up a wall immediately. I was 10 years old and built the wall up, and it's been hard to break it down. You feel me? So like, I don't know how I take dealing with feelings and emotions. That's like something I'm scared to even delve into. You feel me? So I choose to keep them at bay. I show emotions to my chaps, my kids.
Oh
they
yeah,
get emotions. You feel me?
Yeah, my kids get all my emotions.
Yeah.
But any other family, not being funny, and I mean almost any other family don't really see any other side of me other than straight face or either goofy Sadies. You're not gonna get a lot of emotion out of me if you ain't my kids.
Facts.
Well, to the comments, it says, I'm selfish most of the time, so I have to have the heart or go on by your business because I can really hurt you. Jay Nooney said, these men, it's all of us. Stop that. Cedric said, Gucci voice, put her ass in the dirt. Get the fuck out of here. I said what the fuck I said.
Hey, said you gotta put your foot on the back of her neck.
You don't gotta do shit, but stay in your place. Period.
Not between the stove and the refrigerator.
Listen, speaking of friend zone and friendships, let's get into this. Let's let it be the knockout. Ooh.
Honey.
Listen. Okay. Let's talk about Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. For those that don't know the tea, which I'm pretty much sure that everyone knows the tea, for those that don't know, Portia is now engaged with her ex-friend's ex-husband.
Ain't even ex-husband yet, baby. They ain't even divorced yet.
They're not divorced yet? No papers ain't been signed yet?
I dropped the link in the group. So she responded today to something and said, you know, she ain't gonna even feed into the negativity. She's just gonna continue on until she gets to the end of this divorce journey. They ain't even signed the papers yet. They still legally married.
Portia going to get that bag.
Well, she can shed. Goddamn. I don't want to be on record to get it. She did it for me. Shed, bitch.
Okay, so the thing is that this girl was on the show. Okay, so if y'all don't remember, watch. I took notes, y'all. Okay, so if y'all don't know or don't remember where you may have found her on the show, where this. Okay, first of all, Portia's friend is her name is Fallon. Fallon is Portia's ex-friend. Okay, so basically, Fallon is Portia's friend that showed up at Portia's house when when Portia's sister Lauren had the little gathering for Portia when Portia was out, you know, for Breonna Taylor and, you know, going to jail and stuff. And her sister had a gathering for her. She was there. Fallon invited her to her house for that whack ass Halloween party that Halloween party was whack as fuck. All the fuck they did was just sit around the fucking table. But it just talked. I'm looking for like snacks and, you know, chocolate and shit like that, having a good time playing booty music or whatever. But she was the one that was getting ready to fight Toya. Her and Toya did not see eye to eye. And you can actually see Fallon's ex-husband holding Fallon back from, you know, fighting Toya or whatever. So when I heard about it and I was on Twitter or whatever, and when I heard about the shit, I was just like, damn, that's fucked up. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time, like, nah, I believe Portia probably been talking to this man. Because ain't no way in the hell you just pop up out the fucking blue and be like, oh, you know, we're engaged.
Right. Before the divorce is even finalized.
Exactly. So you kind of fucking this man up. Well, no, my bad. Didn't you mention that she signed a prenup?
She did.
She signed a prenup. She ain't getting none of that 40 million. So maybe her and Portia conspired to get the money or something. I don't know. That would be nice
because I got Portia to sign one.
He probably gonna make her sign one. That's probably why she's saying that it's real love. But that's a fucking snake. Portia is a friend that you would not want to have around you and your boo, cause she's watching. She's definitely watching, and that shit was so. I had so much to fucking say. I was like, she's such a fucking snake. Oh my gosh, like how the fuck you all been in each other's house? Me personally. When I used to do what I used to do, I never intentionally wanted to be friends with someone if I'm fucking with a dude, I don't want to be friends with his girlfriend or anything like that. I don't want to associate with nobody that may associate with his girlfriend or anything. Like I don't want to be a part of that. You get what I'm saying? That's trifling. That's trifling as fuck.
I done seen a lot of sneaking and geeking. Besties. It's the world we living in.
Well, not my world, because I don't fuck behind my friends. I feel like you got to be desperate as fuck to do that.
For real. You got to be desperate as fuck.
The thing is, they haven't been taught right, and when they see somebody getting treated like this by a certain person, they want that.
I don't know. There's nothing about what my friends have gotten in their past relationships that appeal to me, whether they were happy or whatever, that would make me want to do that. I have never fucked behind my friends. I've never done that in my life. And I don't see how people are so comfortable with it. And the crazy part is they seem so open with it nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Portia is literally letting it be known when this girl said 100% even finalized that I was the mistress. I did not just fall in love with him yesterday.
And a lot of people is like going along with it, like they like applauding her, saying that it's somebody for everybody, was one person's trash and treasure, all that bull.
And them the type of people that you should not trust.
Because
if they're gonna say, if they are defending her, those are the type of people that you shouldn't even want to fuck around you, because that's nothing to fucking applaud. That's trifling. They got pictures together. This girl was the point that I can't get past is that they was in each other's house. I don't give a fuck if it was for a reality show or anything in that matter. They were in each other's house.
And that's why I said
they can be cordial and don't have to be in each other's house. Period. Right.
There was some association there between the two of them. That's why when Portia screamed she wasn't her friend, you right. She wasn't. You weren't her. I mean, she wasn't your friend, and you weren't hers. Look what you did.
Wasn't her friend. The thing is that Portia wasn't Fallon's friend. Fallon was her friend.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. She probably felt like she was her friend, and this, I don't know. You got to also remember, we live in a generation that glorifies side pieces. It's almost like being a side chick, and like, you know, fucking off and being a sneaky link is glorified nowadays. So this shit, really, as appalling as it is really not that shocking.
It come from them. It come from them. What's them? The Miami girl. What is they hot girl? What is them girls called?
City girls.
City girls.
City girls. Yeah, they the ones got everybody out here fighting, bopping, and all that good
stuff. And Portia.
No, I can't say that. I really can't say that.
I'm talking about these new age girls. Portia.
No, I really can't say that, because if you think about it though, if you think about it and you listen to this music, if you sit up here and you listen to the lyrics, they always talked about being a side piece. It's all a nigga talk about being a side nigga, and you always have a female that has talked about being a side chick. It's always been that way. We are not just the generation that actually glorify it. It's only glorified now because it's more out in the opening. We have so much more now that is shown, but it's been glorified. It's in the music. I can run shit down now that's talking about being a whole side nigga. Joe got a song out talking about being a side nigga. Donnell Jones got a whole song out talking about being a side nigga.
That's marketing strategies. They know what's selling right now. That's why they're doing that. But this
not right now. I'm talking about back in the day.
Back in the day.
Oh yeah, and trust me, you know, side pieces, sneaky links have always been a thing, but they didn't openly glorify it the way they do it now.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm gonna tell you what messed the game up. Social media. I be seeing a lot of people talking about, yeah, your grandma and your granddaddy didn't do this. Yes, they did. They just didn't have social media to get it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen a whole lady, I shared it in the group, a whole lady saying that, you know, she was with a man that she didn't even love.
Think about Betty Wright and all them songs coming out. They was saying it, they were telling you what it was.
Yeah, real talk. So my whole thing is, Portia, what everybody say, you have been, I need a name for you. I need to come up with some shit when people do some clown ass shit. I need to come up with a name for them. I'm gonna think about it and I'm gonna come back with it. Or I'm gonna name the show.
Portia a sucker for love. She been like that since she been on the show. Cause when she went with Cordell Stewart, I don't even know. He was old enough to be damn near be her daddy.
Y'all don't remember the episode where Claudia called her out about being a side piece to an African dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, damn, all of them like the African dudes, because it was her, it was Phaedra, it was Kenya, it was them three. Cause guess who had the African named Chocolate? Phaedra.
Yep.
Then Ken got called out. We never got a name. then look at her. You after him because he got money. This man worth $40 million. 40 million.
If they can just send me one, you know, as a hungry little African American in this country, I just want 1 million. That's a lot of money.
Just send me half. I'm gonna flip it.
You know, I can make 100,000 work. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I ain't gonna say, Portia, what you did was right. And then I seen a picture. Dennis standing beside them, like he cheesing hard too. Like, Dennis, why is you sitting up here cheesing hard when you was just on the show begging to be in a relationship with this woman?
No, that was I think there was an old picture back when she was with the other dude.
They was together. It was all three of them in the picture.
This is before when she was still with her baby daddy.
I'm gonna have to find that picture for you, Mercedes. I should have shared it in the group chat. Yeah, it's a picture of all three of them. This is a recent picture, and Dennis is standing right beside them, and he's smiling, big ass smile, Kool-Aid smile. I said, boy, this got to. She might as well have a poly relationship. They might as well.
So basically, Portia, if I thought there was an older picture, to be honest. So basically, Portia just went dick hop, like literally in a very short period of time.
Portia been dick hopping. You remember when she divorced Cordell, and then like the next season she was trying to get with that dude, trying to make that dude impregnate her? Yeah. You remember that dude?
I remember. I do. Like she was desperate for a baby.
She was definitely desperate for a baby.
And then I remember, like, wasn't it like a couple seasons later her little sister got pregnant before she did?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling some type of way. I remember all that shit now. Cause see, I stopped watching Real Housewives of Atlanta for a while.
I've been started watching it.
Yeah, I skipped a bunch of seasons, and only this season I went back and watched a few. But yeah.
I'm on them. I've been watching them. I used to be on New Jersey real hard, but now I'm on Atlanta and Potomac.
I only know what's going on because of Facebook.
Yeah, and Potomac. I watched the first season and never watched it again. It just seems so staged to me.
Yeah, I think I like that, but yeah. Well, Portia can not. I was not going to say congratulations, but I guess to each his own. I know that I wouldn't be that type of friend to do that to. I don't even have a desire to actually fuck behind my friends. Like, no, I don't have a desire for that. And then what they have to know, this is not my type. No.
And that's more than fucking behind friends. She about to marry this nigga before the other bitch even get out of her marriage. Like,
can they do that?
I mean, she's not gonna legally marry him. I'm just saying she already got both feet in the relationship.
And then you gotta understand, like, she has a whole daughter that's gonna grow up. This shit is not gonna be erased. She's gonna Google her mother's name. She's gonna find out so much stuff.
You know what? I'm going to congratulate them. And with that being said, you lose them the same way you got them.
Yep. I swear to God, I tweeted that on Twitter. I said, well, I guess so. But what the tea is that you lose them the same way you got them.
Boom.
And Latoya Hunt said, Portia, my girl, but I don't agree with how she's moving. It's just tacky, but that's on her. Right. That's why I said, I had her back up until then. So I can't wait till the next season come out, because I already know Kenya get ready to be in her ass. Do you hear me? And I'm just going to be like, Because usually I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Kenya. You talk too fucking much. But now I'm just going to be like,
and to be honest, even though Kenya was getting normally all on her ass about shit, now you kind of see the fate that she saw in the bitch.
Yep.
And
I just don't.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't like how they was pressuring her about Bolo though.
Now I missed that, but I remember at one point, how people used to treat Kenya, and nobody really liked her very much when she was like on her first couple seasons or whatever. And she is a messy bitch. However, sometimes you have to listen to her because she definitely be on her intuition, be in there. She knew Portia wasn't shit.
I don't know. Sometimes I just don't fuck with Kenya like that. She just do too much, and then for her, I don't know. I just can't wait till the next season come out. And it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. But first and foremost, I do want to thank you all for coming through and swinging out and having these good old conversations with us. I mean, what the fuck? With me. Thank you for coming through and having this conversation with me. I do want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening and also joining in with your comments. I greatly do appreciate it. If you could do me a favor, everyone that's watching, if you could share. And again, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.